Squatters, it's very hectic in the DRC. DRC, there's political unrest. The M23 rebels took over the Goma section. It's so sad, man, because, you know, these issues, they are not stemming from recent chaos. They've been long hanging. And this is what I always call ticking time bomb issues. Africa is burning. It was Mozambique. Now recently is DRC. And since the rebels have taken over control of the Goma, it is now spreading to Kinshasa, the capital city of DRC. So people now are pushing a revolution. The US embassy in the DRC, Kinshasa, is under attack. It is worrisome because these whole issues, they stem from poor leadership. I stand to be corrected, Squatters. You know, our leaders, they continue to fail. They continue to let sensitive issues to drag for a long time. And when they blow, those issues, when they blow out of proportion. You know, that is anger. There's nothing that will stop someone who is hungry and poor to cause chaos, to cause damage to the economy, to, you know, to everything. For them to be able to attack the US embassy, in my own knowledge, America is one of the countries which prioritizes security, and they make sure they equip themselves. I don't know how did it happen. I saw people climbing over the perimeter wall of the US embassy in Kinshasa, DRC. What does it teach us? It's teaching us basically that as much as there's lack of leadership, mostly in Africa, people who are supposed to be liberators, they are either eliminated or they either, you know, die for, you know, from natural causes. And then now you experience this form of retaliation from people who are angry, people who have been marginalized for the longest time, people who are poor, people who have lost hope, people who have only one thing to resort to, which is violence. And then the leaders should be ashamed that this is where our country is because of our poor leadership. What are they going to do to correct this? You know, Africa is one of the richest continents. Africa on its own, it has got minerals, it has got crude oil and gold. All those minerals are in Africa, but has got the most poor, in fact, the poorest people, who are mostly black Africans, our brothers and sisters. I always refer to them as brothers and sisters because when we look at them, we see our reflection. This is us and we are them. Whether we like it or not, we are all Africans. So it is a very serious concern what is happening now currently in DRC. But as much as I've mentioned that these issues, they have been long overdue. They could have been sorted out. They could have been avoided. There could have been some sort of mitigation factors to make sure that this does not happen. It has long overdue been a ticking time bomb, issues which are not being attended to. The leaders continue with corruption, self-enrichment, and selfishness. As long as I'm eating, I don't care about the next person who happens to be an African, who happens to be the one who's voting for you. leaders are actually shooting themselves on the foot. Our soldiers died recently there. They even surrendered, by the way, because they don't have choice. Our soldiers have surrendered, have raised a peace flag to show the M23 rebels that, listen, we are no longer fighting. We cannot continue with this war. They are outnumbered. The wars are sponsored. The wars in every country, wars are sponsored. There are instigators there. There are rich people who are investing in those wars to recruit the rebels, terrorists. So they are well armed, powerful rifles, explosives, ammunitions, tactical, strategists, well trained. What are you going to do? Then we send our soldiers. I don't want to be insensitive, but Julius Malema of the EFF, the CIC, has mentioned this, that it is more like we are sending our soldiers to die there. It's not the first time it happens. And it's not the last time. For as long as we continue to have our soldiers sent there, at the same time, they are ill-equipped. It's a fact. They are ill-equipped. And by the way, Jim Tsekha, the Minister of Defense, went there. The same Friday when she came back to South Africa, there was an attack. Boom. I don't think she ever went to Goma. Exactly where our soldiers were, boom, they got attacked. Those people are well trained, are strategists, are advanced, 10 steps forward before our army and any other army for that matter. So if they can take over and control a certain area, they are potential heavy terrorists, those people. Who's sponsoring them? Who's giving them arms and ammunitions? Fully automated rifles, machine guns, explosives, missiles. They've got all the equipment, those people. Some of them there are snipers. And some of our soldiers are injured still. What are we going to say? Who are we going to blame? Our leaders. They should have known better. They should have done better. They should have collectively shown leadership. Don't just enjoy sending soldiers or troops to DRC, to all over this country. Why don't you initiate peace measures? Be at least strategic when you approach these peacekeeping missions and all those kind of negotiations. And why would we, all of us combined, South African National Defense Force, DRC Defense Force, and other countries be defeated by rebels, M23? How well armed are they to defeat the military? In any country, if you want to penetrate it, you defeat the military, you are done with the country. Even in South Africa, if they want to attack us, they must first attack our military and clean them up. Then from there, the police, you can see there at Kinshasa there. Right in the CBD, in the capital city of DRC, the police are just outnumbered. You'll even if they were not wearing a uniform, you'll mistaken them to be part of the protest. They're running around with those people there. Those people are climbing high wall security and they're breaking the CCTV cameras. They're causing so much damage. And if you want to mess up, attack America. Because now, as much as they attacked the US Embassy in Kinshasa, then there's a problem there. The relationship now is in tatters. It's about to to break away. There's Donald Trump sitting there at the White House there, watching. What will he say? He'll call the president and say, listen, I'm withdrawing all my people, all my diplomats, they will be recalled back to America. No more relationship with DRC. And those people are angry, by the way. This should have been addressed a long time ago. I always say, let's not wait for issues to blow out of proportion. There's always a solution for every problem. For every problem, there is definitely a solution. That's why there are problems in life, because there are solutions to resolve those problems, amicably so. I don't know squatters, but I'm worried about what is happening in DRC. Because as we are South Africans sitting here, watching what is happening there, I promise you, we are scared that what if this one day happens? Because in English they say, never say never. Never say it will never happen to me. It won't happen to me. That's not a golden rule. It can happen. If it happens, what is going to happen? Are we well trained? Are we having strong military? Honestly, if you want my opinion about the military, I doubt. Our military, I doubt. You can see, people who are well trained, you can even see with the build, how they conduct themselves. I always meet soldiers in town. When I walk around in town, I meet soldiers. We used to respect the defense force. But now you can see, these people are, this one I can take down. You get what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe I'm just being naive. Maybe they are well trained. I'm referring to the South African National Defense Force. Maybe they are tactical. Maybe they are strategists. Maybe we've got snipers. We've got people who are well equipped. I don't know. But no, I don't think so. I doubt. Let's engage on that. Maybe you have a different opinion, but I'm worried what is happening in the DRC. There's a problem there. If you see a country reaching to that level, there's a serious leadership problem. Believe me. Squatters, I'll hear from you. Keep on watching my content. Like, subscribe, click that notification bell. When I drop the content, you happen to be the first to receive it fresh. Let's fix South Africa before it's too late. I'm talking to the leaders who are in charge, who have got all the resources, and they've got no reason to make an excuse. Let's keep engaging, squatters. Thanks.